my name is Anya Millard, and I am not here right now because somebody asked me to. I am fighting for Eagle Arts Academy, my home. Some would consider me a military brat. Since I was born in Boca Raton, I have attended schools in Florida, Texas, and Virginia. I know how different states treat education. Since I was 8 or so, I have been interested in different forms of art, although I was always too scared to do them. My dream was to go to an art school. The first thing I thought of was Bach, but I did not want to ride a bus for a long time and then go on a train for even a longer time. Then I heard about a school opening in Boca Raton. That school was Eagle Arts Academy. There were some issues because it never opened. Luckily, at the open house, we met Greg and Dianna Busch. They told us that they have a school in Wellington, but it would take a long time to drive. So they made a bus stop in Boca for everyone who wanted to go to Eagle Arts in Wellington after the school in Boca never opened. I came here in 5th grade as a shy, scared little girl. The school has opened up a world of possibilities for me. If it wasn't for Eagle Arts, I wouldn't have the courage to come up here. I never knew I could act or sing, and now I perform at our assemblies, and I earned the role of Belle in this year's play in Beauty and the Beast. I knew how to write, but here I've learned how to express myself, and I've been published 3 times at aroundwellington.com. I'm also the editor-in-chief of the yearbook, but it's not just me. I have many talented friends who have done many great things too. I'm very happy to know them and speak for them and fight for our home. Academically, I always got good grades, but I was never happy. I came to Eagle Arts Academy and learned many things, but the best part was that I enjoyed learning. Who knew I could be so good at math? When I was younger, I hated reading, and now I read like a book a week. Sometimes I can have fun with my school friends talking about the books and quizzing each other on how well we knew the story. I used to hate science, and now I love it. I even got 1st place in the 6th grade science fair. But not just in science. Some of my other projects were really fun to do. I never knew school could make me happy. We also have amazing teachers who taught us many things. They opened up my eyes, and I was able to talk to them and trust them. Our school has 433 students today. And since you say no child should be left behind, you're kicking out about 433 students and about 60 staff members out of their home. Please stop bullying charter schools and save our home. We love it there. Thank you for your time.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity to speak. And certainly I can understand how, in light of the number of people that we have and how this must be when you have to listen to speaker after speaker and try to be original. I had a full speech prepared. By the way, Anya and I are from your district, Mr. Barbieri, and we appreciate very much that this school exists and that we can get here. But I do want to focus, as Mr. Shaw pointed out, and as Mr. Villosa would like very much for us to address the financial issues. And I'm a retired military officer, and I joined the staff at Eagle Arts thanks to Greg, and I enjoy working there. I clean the classrooms at night, and I meet with the teachers, and I can add on about the dedication that the teachers show, and that's very nice. But I do have to ask you that Greg is being transparent with the parents about this problem. He's trying to be transparent with the landlord about this problem, and yes, he didn't negotiate what was necessarily the greatest deal if the student numbers dropped, and that's what makes it hard. But if he was in a regular public school, it wouldn't even be an issue. The buildings are paid for, right? So what can we do? We really have to figure out, please help us. I mean, if it has to come from personal fundraising, then great. But if there are some other options that are available, some kind of loans and so forth to help get us through, you have the backing of this group of parents. I'm guessing not like a lot of other schools. And it may be partly that some of us were looking at options other than regular public schools. Certainly, I know you have to deal with those challenges. And we want our public schools to be great too, and as members of our community, we'll be happy to support them as well. But we're asking, please, for you to help us innovate and find a way. And we promise that we'll be as transparent as we possibly can be, whether we're staff, whether we're faculty, whether we're on the board. We will try to be as transparent as possible, but please help us get there. And I'll leave the other 50 seconds. Well, I could spend another 50 seconds saying, wasn't she great? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, good evening. My name is Dr. Morgan, and this is my daughter, Sloan. We are actually new residents into the Palm Beach County, and because of that is why I am very impassioned tonight to speak to each one of you. Mr. Barbieri, I believe I'm in your district. We're neighbors, right? Okay, all right. Up until this year, my daughter has had a tenure of her academic career only in private schools. I've invested a lot of money into her educational pursuits. As you know, private schools, especially in Broward County, don't come cheaply. So when I made the decision to uproot us, I uprooted us physically to move into a new county so Sloan could have this opportunity. And I didn't make that decision lightly because it came at a sacrifice to me professionally, longer commutes, obviously a long commute to Wellington. But I was able to do this because I've spent over 20 years in higher education as an educator myself. So I understand the rigor that is required academically, and I also understand the financial complexities to keep an institution running and all of the cogs that happen. So when I made my decision confidently, I was able to because I've actually known Mr. Blunt for 7, 8 years at least. I knew him professionally and was introduced by through a colleague because we both shared the same passion about children and teaching them, because I have a very artistic, brilliant child who learns differently, who is gifted and needs to have a unique environment, and it has been a blessing. So I want to directly express my thoughts about Mr. Blunt, because I was very saddened tonight. I was actually very disappointed. Some of the blatant bias in the air that seemed to have stifled the air, almost like it was like an attack, and as if, you know, this assumptions or accusations that we parents have been exploited or some type of victims of manipulation or misunderstanding, and things have not been represented fairly and openly, and there hasn't been a transparency. Because of my relationship of working professionally with Mr. Blunt, I have seen him over the years act with integrity, have ethical accountability, so much so to the point of not fearing risking any type of repercussion as such. So the fact that we have
okay, your time is up, so please close.
I am. The fact that there's this assumption we've been misled and we don't understand there has not been a financial transparency is an absolute false manipulation or mutilation of the truth. Thank you.
Next speaker is Dianna Busch, Jeff Hoban, Talia Kaplan.
Thank you for allowing us to speak tonight. I'll try to keep this quick. My name is Dianna Busch. Can you imagine finding a place where everyone fits in, a place where every student has a chance to shine and excel? My son found that place in Eagle Arts Academy. He found a school that took him from dreading school to loving school. He found a school that gives him the opportunity to work on schoolwork in a way that makes sense to him, teachers who believe in him, and classes that keep him engaged and interested in learning. He's proud of his school and the work that he does. This is a huge change from just a year ago when this same child felt like he just wasn't good enough and he couldn't get it in the public school system. The only thing that changed was going to Eagle Arts Academy. Sorry, I'm trying to read all this and cut some things out so that I can keep it short. I'm sure he's not the only child in the situation here where if this school closes, he's going to lose out on a huge opportunity. So Greg has been transparent with us parents, and I ask you to look at all of these children that are here tonight to support their school and think about all of these kids that are going to lose out on a great opportunity and this school that is serving these children and the needs that they have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Talia Kaplan, and I'm an 8th grade student at Eagle Arts Academy. I have been at Eagle Arts since they opened their doors. The past 4 years at EIA have been so amazing and fun-filled throughout the grades. At my past schools, I have not been given the opportunity to do such art-influenced activities. It has been a blessing since 5th grade for me to be in a school that offers different styles of the arts. For my electives, I have been given the chance to explore different areas of art, music, theater, dance, and editing. The teachers that have taught me these curriculums have done such a wonderful job. My drama teacher inspired me and helped me gain the confidence to carry on with my acting career for high school. Drama has been my favorite subject for the longest time. There's something really special about Eagle Arts drama class. Eagle Arts has helped me excel in every subject. Proudly, I have earned all A's, and I have been named to the principal honor roll multiple times. I have also been enrolled in Algebra 1, which is a high school class. This puts me ahead of schedule, allowing me to complete geometry in 9th grade. Eagle Arts Academy is preparing me for the future while providing me with countless memories. My teachers have always been there for me, helping me through tough times and cheering me on during times of academic and artistic success. There are so many other students who can share similar stories. Thank you for letting me speak today.
Hi, my name's Jeff Holman. It's the first time I've been to any type of event like this, so I hope I do okay. I've lived in multiple states for the last 28 years of my career, and my children have been in multiple school districts throughout many states. I moved to Florida about 4 years ago. I worked through Coral Springs, New Horizons, Wellington Middle School, that's right over here by Wellington Trace, and a horrible experience at a charter school at Renaissance on 441. If anybody wants to talk to me about that, let me know. There's a sheriff's report on it. My 19-year-old has passed and has graduated through Park Vista. Yay. I have 2 others that are now in schools and have been struggling, and we tried Eagle Arts. What have I seen as a parent? Well, I no longer have to fight with my kids to get them out of bed. They do that on their own. I also don't have to ask them to get their stuff ready anymore. They do that on their own. And I had an experience that I haven't had in all of my kid raising, with my son Josh, who wanted to walk over there and look at you all. I found him in his bedroom doing homework for the first time without either one of us asking him to do it. Why would this happen? So listening to our kids, it came down to a fundamental simplicity. Whatever message they're teaching our kids, they're embracing. The questions I'm getting asked are of educational value, unlike what games can I play, what's on television. For me as a parent from multiple different states that I've never seen this before, something is being done correctly. I don't know about the financial situations, but with the changes I've seen, if I'm a victim of whatever you guys are indicating, I'm happy to be this victim. My kids are benefiting from it. I implore you all to please ask them. Thank you.
Adrian Lumpkins, Brandon Lumpkins, Kathryn Garcia, Quincy Bontrager.
Hello, school board directors. Thank you for the time for letting us speak on behalf of Eagle Arts Academy. My name, I'm going to make this shorter than normal than I had written. My son has had a difficult year in this last 2017-2018 year. He started out in Woodlands Middle School, where he, as a new student of the area, he ended up being picked on, bullied on a daily basis. We took him out of that school, that environment. We had put him into Florida virtual school. We attempted to do that, found that because of self-motivation and not being able to help him every day, he was not able to succeed in that program. So we removed him from that program. We hunted through all the other options that we had, and we used, we researched Eagle Arts Academy, came across it through a funky way. But we went and toured it, put our son in there. Today, he is going to school happy with the help of the staff. It started out rough. He had a wall built. The staff worked with him one-on-one so he could actually go to school. They allowed him to sit in the office. I mean, so he could actually get back into the environment of being in the school and be protected and not be bullied by others. Today, he goes to school every day. He's happy. He's learning. I don't think I'd see a change in my son if it wasn't for this school. So I appreciate your time, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kathryn Garcia. This past school year, I've been to Eagle Arts Academy. I have to say, it's been amazing. Of course, people are going to say that because, well, it's true. In my past school, I did nothing but classwork, and I felt like I was missing something. I needed to find something more. And when I came to Eagle Arts, I found my place, and I never felt happier in my life before. EAA puts a focus on dancing, acting, singing, and now I'm in the school play. This means so much to me because I love doing theatrical things. Some people live in a world where they can't be their true selves. They feel like they need to hide because they fear what others might think of them. But it's not like that in the Eagle Arts Academy. We're a family, and that's how we treat each other. I'm so lucky to be in this school because not many schools do what Eagle Arts does. We always need to share our stories and be vocal when something makes us feel uncomfortable. We live in a world where we are scared to be ourselves. But what world are you living in if you can't be yourself? Eagle Arts gives us that opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Shari Lumpkins. I'm speaking on behalf of my husband, Adrian Lumpkins. He's a police officer in Broward County, and he was here tonight to support our son, as we always have, and we will until the day we die. When we came to Palm Beach County, we had in mind to find a school that will rival schools that we've come from in Gwinnett County in Georgia. We are relocating. So I don't take it lightly when we try and find a school that's going to educate my child in the best way. Gwinnett County Public Schools will be rivaled as some of the creme de la creme school districts. So I had to find a school that would rival that, and I found that in Eagle Arts Academy. I will have to say, put my son on the spot here, this is the first time in history that he has ever self-motivated himself to go and do his classwork and homework without being told. His grades have escalated with some struggle, but he works, and he works hard. And I'll tell you, the confidence that he has gained being at this school has been immense. We know of the financial obligations that are going to be rectified by Mr. Blunt. I have the utmost confidence that he has every measure in place to get that done. That being said, I don't believe that we are going to go forward and see that Eagle Arts will fade away. I believe that everything will be done in Mr. Blunt's power to make sure that all the financial obligations are met, because he has been completely transparent to a fault, because some of the things, you know, you've said them tonight, it sounds dire, but they're not. There's always a way out of no way. And that being said, I've always done the research, and sometimes you have to give the benefit of the doubt where it is due. And I just wanted to thank you, Ms. Brill. I believe you're our area, we're in the Winston Trails area, and again, we chose this school when we are in one of, again, what I've researched as the creme de la creme districts. Thank you for your time.
Hello, I am Brandon Lumpkins in the 6th grade, and I just wanted to say that this school has been the first school that I have been welcomed. Like, I feel like I belong in this school, and it would just hurt me if this school were to go away.
Sara Casperson, James Schiller, Sara Franco, Victoria Flores.
Want me to go first? Hi, my name is Sara Franco. This is my daughter Victoria too. She's speaking on her own. I have her in the school presently now in 6th grade, but I would mainly like to talk about my son Shane, who went there last year, graduated last year, went there since the beginning and the opening of the school. My son, since day one in elementary school, had major education problems. We went through New Horizons, we went through Palms West Renaissance. I mean, we did everything we could school-wise. My son has an amazing, amazing talent of drawing. And it's something that in other schools he was punished for. My son would try to draw at lunch, and he was written up for it. My son would try to draw at recess. He was punished for it. I got numerous phone calls from the school about how he was drawing instead of doing what he was supposed to. Eagle Arts opens. We send him there. My son has become just an amazing, amazing artist because of Eagle Arts. He now goes to G-Star and was only able to get into G-Star because the support from the IEP program at that school, the support from Mr. Blunt, the support from all his teachers in that school was the only reason he was able to pull his grades up and get the education that he is getting. I do understand there's financial problems. They have not lied to us. They have not kept that from us. I know 100% as a parent with a child that still goes there. Like I said, she will speak for herself, and because of that school, she can speak for herself. That as parents, we are going to have the support. You can see that as how many of us are here. That the school has our 100% support through the guidance of Mr. Blunt, through the guidance of Dr. Copeland, that we 100% will make this school, if given the chance, the best year next year that we are able to do. As parents, they have our 100% support. And I'm sure my daughter is also going to tell you how just the friendships in that school are so meaningful to them. If this school is to end, these kids don't live in the same town. These friendships that my daughter has had since she was young are going to be destroyed. And at that age, that's very hard to pull these kids apart. They don't live in the same county, they are in the same district. My daughter lives in Wellington, her best friend lives in Gardens. You know, it's not right to do this to these children. It's not right to make everything, I understand it's a financial burden, but it's not fair to focus 100% on that when these kids are learning and becoming a lot smarter than they were when they started this school. I just, you know, I'm not a public speaker, I'm sorry. I beg of you guys to please just give this school a chance so my daughter has a future just like my son's future was given to him. Thank you.
Greetings, school board members. My name is Victoria Flores. I'm a student at Eagle Arts Academy currently. This school means so much to me that I could barely put this into words with how wonderful this place is. This is a school like my second home, my family. We all know each other so well. I've been here for 4 years already, loving every single year. We never leave any student out, doing everything we can to make a student feel welcome here. The teachers do everything they can to get a student to understand the lesson they are currently working on, staying late or waking up early just to teach that one student. We all connect through heart with our own special talents like vocals to tech. The teachers here have programs so students can
get better at their hidden talents, and most schools do not have them. Most schools want to put limits on hidden talents so students will never be able to discover them. Theater Society helped me create new friendships and learn talent I never thought I would have. The schools allow you to follow your dreams and soar above the limits. I will do everything I can to stand with my school. Thank you for your time.
Leandria Waluka, Brad Stockwell, Alaia Marquez, Nicole Weaver.
Hello, my name is Alaia Marquez, and I'm in 7th grade. I've been going to Eagle Arts for about 2 years. Seems like a very short time, but during this time I've learned a lot. I was super nervous, and I still am a little, but when my mom told me I was coming to the school, I didn't want to go because it was a school of arts, and I was too nervous to show anybody my talents. When I got to the school, it changed me from the inside. The school showed me how to become strong and break out of my shell of nervousness. It helped me so much that I got into the school play because I felt it in my heart that this was what I wanted to do. I didn't even know I could act, and I'm still in it today. I'm playing in the role as Mrs. Potts, and I was just interested in piano and singing in the beginning. I met amazing friends and teachers who guided me through the way, and they're still always there for me. The projects we created were something we didn't even know we could do. We also learned so many things about buying a house and or a business and what we need to buy, how we can save, and it just goes on. They teach us about the real world through our education. I really want to thank everyone who works at the school who makes me feel safe and give us our academic education in so many fascinating ways. The school may not have the best grade and all, but guess what? We made it go higher, and we will keep working on it. We have music, drama, TV production, and a great Mac lab that allows us to work on coding and other digital arts. The school cares about our future, and they care for us. They care about the students. Even if we don't get this place back, we will still be together as a family of Eagles. And this is what I have to say. In the same way that pie never ends, we're never going to end. Thank you.
There it goes. Good evening. My name is Leandria Busch, and I am a member of District 7. And I just want to start out by saying how important Eagle Arts is important to me and my family. I am a mother of 4, and I currently have 3 children attending, and the 4th will be as well. I make the choice to drive there every day, 30 minutes to the school and 30 minutes back to our home. And, excuse me, my little phone. And have been there since day 1. My children absolutely love going to school, and we love and appreciate Greg and Diane's passionate vision, and I know that their hearts are in the right place, and they care and they show it to each family and student, especially being that one of my children is involved in the ESC program with an IEP. He has been struggling socially, and with Mrs. Taggart and Dr. Kaplan and all the teachers and staff, they work so hard with me on a personal level to make sure that my son is engaged in a learning environment that will improve his God-given potential, while I have been seeing improvements in his self-esteem as well with the after-school enrichments and programs, and he's excited to go to school, and now he's even excited to do sports that they offer, which never saw that coming. I love how all of my children's teachers are always in contact with me, and some even respond within a few minutes from my emails, and even at 11 o'clock at night, which shows true dedication and that they really care for our children. The teachers and staff also have their children attending here as well, and we just love them all so much. My children love, love, love their school, their projects and activities, and I get to work at home with them with it as well, and we just have lots of fun. The school has a lot to offer, and I love going there, and I love being involved, because that is what is important. It's important having the parents involved with the school to assure success. I wish there was a school like this for me growing up, because I really struggled in school, and I didn't care for it. I did graduate, and I did go to college, but it was tough. There has been ups and downs in the beginning. It's a brand new school, and like everybody has said before, it takes time, and it is what it is, but I know that we can move through it, and we will get through it. I know that it can only get better, because your start is never as important as your finish. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Nicole, and I would like to address every single member on the board. As I begin, I would like to express to you the fact that growing up, I was raised in a cult disguised as a religion, which means I was lied to, deceived, and manipulated. My son, my oldest son, now attends Eagle Arts along with my other two children. He at first started in kindergarten and first grade in an A-rated school. By the time he got into first grade, he would bawl his eyes out, "Mommy, please don't send me to school." He was exhausted, he was stressed with anxiety attacks, and he did not want to go into school because the work was so much, the testing was so much, that he couldn't handle it. And then Eagle Arts came. When he came into Eagle Arts, I saw him begin to flourish and thrive. His grades that were dropping drastically went up. He is now confident. He is so confident and so excited about his future. He wants to be a pastor. My daughter and my youngest son also love attending Eagle Arts. My daughter so much that she's bawling her eyes out this week over the fact that next week is spring break. She hates not being in school. She loves to learn. She herself wants to be a teacher because of the amazing teachers at Eagle Arts. My youngest no longer wants to be Batman. He wants to be a paleontologist. There are a lot of things that have been said by humans, Mr. Villosa, and by many articles written to deceive and manipulate and lie to every single one of us. I am encouraging you, before you make a vote on what to do to our school, as somebody who has been in a cult and lied to most of my life, I am admonishing you to find truth yourself in everything that is taking place. I realize that we do have bumps in the road that we need to overcome, but I also have complete confidence that God has put this vision on Greg's heart for a reason. And I know and have complete confidence that we are well on our way to becoming Florida's #1 K-8 school. Thank you for your time.
Good evening. My name is Brad Stockwell, and I am here with my wife Rachel and our son Samuel, who is in the 7th grade at Eagle Arts Academy. About 4 years ago, we went to a well-attended presentation by Mr. Blunt detailing his vision for a charter school for the arts, Eagle Arts Academy. We were intrigued and curious, so we went home and did our research. We talked to others to get their thoughts and opinions, and after collecting as much information as we could and weighing our options, we decided to remove our son from the gifted program at H.L. Johnson Elementary School and enroll him for 4th grade at Eagle Arts Academy with the hopes of enriching his education with exposure to the varied arts offered in the curriculum. Our story is not one of Eagle Arts has transformed my son. We believe our son is a typical student. From the time he enrolled at Eagle Arts Academy, he has been blessed with excellent teachers whom he likes and respects, and his teachers like and respect him. He enjoys the arts offerings which have stimulated his creativity. We believe Eagle Arts Academy presented the best option for our son, and we have been hopeful the school will grow into the vision of its founder, Mr. Blunt. From the beginning, we have seen much turmoil. Some of it internally as growing pains, a lot of it externally from the community who has viewed Eagle Arts Academy as a threat for some unknown reason. A lot of it has come from the media, who has continuously attacked the school and its founder and has searched for every bit of negative information possible. The school has wasted time and resources addressing these attacks, and this has resulted in significant financial impact to the school, which in turn has impacted its students. Yet the school continues on despite continued announcements of imminent demise. We have seen the school stabilize and the academic programs improve, and we have seen significant improvement in the school despite the apparent lack of assistance. The school district of Palm Beach County is committed to providing a world-class education with excellence and equity to empower each student to reach his or her highest potential with the most effective staff to foster the knowledge, skills, and ethics required for responsible citizenship and productive careers. I'm sure you recognize your own mission statement right in front of us. Will closing Eagle Arts Academy fulfill your commitment to your mission statement? What we see in that statement is that you are supposed to help students, not harm them, and it is difficult to see how closing the school will help them. Help Eagle Arts Academy help its students who reside in the districts you represent. Ask yourself, what are you doing to uphold the mission statement as it pertains to Eagle Arts Academy and its students? Thank you very much for your time.
Monique Blood, Ian Bottom, Kim Dugan, Maria Acevedo.
Good evening, board members. It's been a long night. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I am a teacher at Eagle Arts Academy. I am the music teacher. And I am so impressed by the students. Every single one that came up here, I have personally taught, and they are fantastic. If you ever want to hear a great singer, you need to hear Brandon Lumpkins. He's amazing. And I also have a different perspective as well. My 10-year-old daughter attends Eagle Arts Academy, which is how I came across the school. And I had read the bad reports, and I was skeptical as a parent. My daughter had primarily been in private schools to my own financial demise, but either way, I would make the sacrifice. I came across and I just felt a pull to go. And I went and I walked there, and I knew when I walked in the door there was something special about this place, and I was right. I am now employed there and am able to use my professional experience as well as my education to educate our kids. I know Greg is very transparent. What he says is true. I'm there every day, and I see the vision lived out every day. The vision of Eagle Arts Academy lived out and transformed in these kids. They come into me and they're very introverted and they're afraid. And by the time they leave me, they are literally soaring. And it's enough to bring me to tears when I go home, because I think of the gravity of my responsibility as an educator, but also the ability or the opportunity to be able to instill in these kids and see them grow into who they could be. We are not Boynton Charter. We are Eagle Arts Academy, and we are a great school. We love our kids, our staff, our principals, and our founder are there every day to make sure that that vision comes forth and bears fruit. So today, I know you say not to look to you, but I wish that you would look to us to help lift us up and continue to build these kids, because I'm on the ground. I see it. I have to have the conversation about personal things. I have to hug them and tell them it's going to be okay. I have to talk to them about their homework, push them to excel, and they do. This is working. If there is anything in your power that you can do, please do it. Thank you.
Thank you. And can you give us, for the record, can you give us your name, please?
Oh, my name is Monique Blood, sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening. My name's Ian Bottom. I'm proud to have taught mathematics at Eagle Arts Academy for the last 2 years. More importantly, I look forward to teaching mathematics at Eagle Arts Academy next year. First, I would like to congratulate Dr. Fenoy on his elevation to superintendent. I wish him every success. Good luck to Dr. Villosa in his new position. Thank you to the school board for allowing us all to speak tonight. There are a lot of us, as you can tell. As a math teacher, I am focused on empirical data. I live and breathe data, statistics, and evidence. I analyze it constantly. I use it to guide what I do in the classroom. On May 14th last year, an article surfaced in the local press asking, are kids being educated at EAA? Less than 4 weeks later, on June the 10th, and I remember it well, I sent an email to my entire class of Algebra 1 students and geometry students to inform them that they had achieved at least a satisfactory grade for their EOC assessment. One of two, only two, school district charter schools and one of 13 schools with a total sample size of greater than 10, either middle or high school, to attain a 100% pass rate in this high stakes examination. Winter diagnostics point to a potential similar outcome this year. These figures are not, they are not, I repeat, they are not evidence of a school failing in every fashion, as has been suggested in some quarters. And to answer the question posed by the article, yes, kids are, they are being educated at Eagle Arts Academy. It was offensive to suggest otherwise, especially to students like Jamie, who earlier so eloquently argued the case for our school. As I'm going to run out of time, I'm going to skip to the end. I would respectfully urge all of you, before you reach a decision, to do the following. Visit our school, come into our classrooms, see what we do, watch the students perform on stage, whether it be singing, dancing, acting, making music, or solving quadratic equations. Sit down with us, work with us, help us overcome any deficiencies in areas of concern. More importantly than anything, more importantly than listening to me, listen to our students. Kathryn, Talia, everyone who's been up here. Listen, take note of what they say. Their voices need to be heard. We will get through this. We will continue to provide an outstanding education to our students. Thank you for letting me share my thoughts. Thank you very much.
Good evening, board, and welcome, Dr. Fenoy. My name is Kimberly Dugan, and standing behind me is Preston Dugan. I would like to make a disclaimer. I'm not a CPA. I'm not tooled in the wheelhouse of finances. I'm here to share my story. And I want to cry the accolades and the progress that both of my children have made. I have a second grader and a sixth grader. I choose to go to Eagle Arts. Yes, choose. I bypass my own designated school in Forest Hill Village area and many other cookie cutter charter schools along the way to Eagle Arts. I came here, I relocated down here from Conyers, Georgia, when my mother was diagnosed with cancer. Having come from Peachtree Academy, a small private Christian school in Georgia that believes in putting children's education first, I was elated when I found Eagle Arts Academy. It is a school about education, arts, and most important, an individualized approach to learning. I knew from the first tour it was a great fit for my children. As the days grew shorter for my mother, and being the primary caregiver, I was with heavy heart, I decided to move my children to school that was closer where I lived. I would soon find this to be a costly education mistake. For my now sixth grader, Preston struggled with the traditional learning style of a teacher teaching what needed to be taught just to pass a state standardized test. Preston's grades and spirit suffered from this traditional learning style. He is a tactile learner, and we've been told if he could talk his way through life, his intelligence would shine even more. When my mother passed, it was without hesitation that we reached out to go back to Eagle Arts, even in the middle of the school year. We knew that the arts and education going hand in hand in tooling our children would be successful on their educational journey. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the board. Welcome, Dr. Fenoy, and continue to shine.
Good evening, board, Dr. Avosa, Dr. Fenoy. My name is Maria Acevedo. I teach middle school science, 6th and 7th grade. I've been at Eagle Arts for 3 years. When I came in, the school was a little larger than it is now, but it's grown so much in so many ways. Student population went down, but we've grown. I see our talented students, many of them you've seen this evening. They're phenomenal, talented, intelligent, and they do love to do projects. They do love to get their hands on things and work things out. I work with phenomenal teachers, colleagues, staff, administration. We're a very close-knit family with our students, with our families, with administration, amongst ourselves. If I needed to reach out to any parent, I can. If I have an issue with a student or a student has any questions, or we're able to get back to them. I love it because we are such a small community, and we really, like I said, we are very tight-knit. Mr. Bottom has brought so much to our school. Miss Farron is phenomenal. We brought Mr. Russo in. We brought, there's a bunch of teachers that are just work so well together, our Encore team, our ELA. I couldn't find a better fit for me. So I feel like I'm a very loving, caring person, and I feel like I can reach out and I can reach my students in that aspect as well. Please don't shut us down. We do love our students, we love our families, and we're very passionate about what we do. My children also went to school in the Palm Beach County schools. Ms. Andrews was actually our principal at Polo Park at the time. Palm Beach County has amazing schools, and I think Eagle Arts as a charter school is right up there with them, and I think we're amazing school, and we have so much to offer, and our children are so talented, like I said before, and extremely intelligent. We give them a chance to shine, and they're more than up for that challenge. So thank you.
Thank you. Julie Bright, Charles Mullins, Thais Reina, Adriana Conan.
Hi, my name is Thais Reina. I'm 14 years old, and I'm an 8th grade student at Eagle Arts Academy. Can I just start by saying I am a complete chatterbox, okay? Ask any one of my teachers since kindergarten. And I'd also like to say I've never, ever in my entire life think that I've ever fit that standardized test cookie cutter image that was like for every other student out there. And the other 400 students at Eagle Arts with me definitely don't fit like that either. If I'm being totally honest, we're just a school of artistically crazy people. Eagle Arts is not like any other school that I've ever been to. I've gone to about 4 or 5 different schools in the past 2 years, and I can say for certain I've never ever felt the way about a school that I do about Eagle Arts. I mean, I stay up wanting to do homework instead of like watching TV or something, and it's just one big family, and we're all just united, just together always. In fact, on the way here, I was on the bus with a bunch of our teachers and some of the students that you've already heard speak tonight, and I remember we were just singing along to like 80s, 70s, and we're just singing along really loudly on the bus. And it's just like, I'm looking around, I'm like, wow. It's just amazing because we're together and we're so lucky to be able to feel that way and connected with our teachers and our students. And it's just honestly completely amazing. And my heart beats a little faster every time I go to school because I get to see all my amazing friends and I get to hear them talk about whatever they're doing, and they get to show me their drawings that they've created, or they're talking about some computer program that they've written. And I'm just excited to see my teachers because they're honestly completely relatable. They feel like uncles or aunts or like older sisters, you know, just actual family. And I came over here with 2 papers of stuff that I was gonna say. I stressed about it all night last night and this morning. I rewrote it. I spent since 3rd period today writing it. But I thought it was better just to say what was on my mind because it was just completely 100% better than anything I've ever written. And basically, in conclusion to all of that, I would literally beg you on my hands and knees, please, 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 don't try to shut down our school. It's literally the best. And I'm so upset that I won't be here next year. My sister's in 4th grade, and I want her to have what I had. Thanks for your time. Oh my God.
Hello, my name is Charles Mullins, and I am a student at Eagle Arts Academy. This is my 3rd year. I am an 8th grader. And I know that one of your jobs as a school board is to shut down schools who can't meet the needs of a district. And when I look around at EAA, Eagle Arts Academy, I don't see that. Yes, Greg Blunt is struggling with financial issues, so we're asking for another chance at that. I would like to shine a light on the things that Eagle Arts has done for students. I don't know everybody's story here, but I know mine. And I've seen a change in myself along with some of my other peers throughout the past years. When I came into the school at first, I was insecure, lacking social skills and confidence due to the public schooling that I had been to 5 years before. But the last 3 years, this school and the teachers have reached out to me on a personal level. Our acting teacher, Mr. K, he engaged me into the theater program, and now I basically live and breathe theater. Miss Farron, our history teacher, she helped me consider a career in law and really got me interested in law and history. Ms. Azevedo, last but not least, she was my first math teacher at this school. She teaches math before she teaches science now, and she helped me understand what I couldn't as a student, and I think that really brought me out of my shell. And at first, I didn't understand anything that I was learning in math, and now I'm in Algebra 1 with Mr. Bottom. Those 3 and many other teachers have made a huge impact on my life as a person. I would like to thank them for that. I would like to say, yes, I'm an 8th grader, so either way, I won't be coming back to this school next year, but I care about the students who come after me, and those teachers are able to, they care about us, and they have the ability to work with us on more of a personal level. And if this school is shut down for any reason, if those students who would have gone there next year, if they have to go to another school, they won't get that same connection with the teachers as they would at this school. So students like me who needed that extra boost of confidence and perseverance, they'll just get lost in the crowd. So please don't shut us down as a school. We are Eagles. Please let us soar. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Julie Bright, and I thank you for the opportunity to speak. Ms. Brill, I am from the 3rd District. I'm in the Canyons, and I choose Eagle Arts Academy for my 2 daughters. The reason that I first found out about Eagle Arts Academy is that my youngest daughter is an ESE student. She went to Royal Palm, she went to Crystal Lakes as an inclusive student, and I knew from her experience in the pre-K that she could not be in a class of 18 students. She was left behind in her 4th grade when she was 4 years old in the pre-K class, At the end of the school year, she still didn't know her alphabet. She still couldn't count to 30. They left her behind because she could not concentrate, and she had a difficult time in that kind of setting. I knew I had to find a school that had lower numbers. I looked at American Academy. The ratio was 1 to 6. That was most ideal, but the financial difficulty, I couldn't do that. I was thrilled to find out the Eagle Arts Academy, the ratio was 1 to 13 for kindergarten. Sold. And then when I found out it was Disney, my kids were sold because we are Big Mouse fans. And my children, we ask them all the time, do you really want to go to Eagle Arts Academy? Because it's a 35-minute drive. Yes. They've never once told us we want to go back to Sunset or we want to go somewhere else. They love Eagle Arts Academy. They love it for many reasons. I love it because they have music. They have extra encore classes. So I'm a professional musician. So having music, art, film and production, coding, all that, it builds their identity collateral. I'm happy to say that my children will leave the school when they're in 8th grade. They will have more identity collateral, more things that they can do than the average person that just graduated 8th grade. And that's what I'm excited about for them. I'm happy that they're not on the blacktop for 40 minutes like the school that my oldest daughter went to before. 40 minutes on a blacktop. She hated recess. Now they have 2 15-minute recesses. That's all they need to recharge themselves. I like that. Other things that I am happy about is that they have GradeLink. I am on top of my daughter's education. I am proud to say that my oldest daughter is a principal honor student. She is a straight A student, and my youngest daughter, who was left behind, is an A student. She is an honor roll student. She got 1 B+, which is why she didn't get the principal honor. But she's doing so much better at this school that I don't think that a regular public school education would have had. I like that they have many teachers. They rotate. Many things about the school fits my children, and we would be crushed if this school was closed, especially since my youngest daughter has had several schools, and I just would be so sad if she lost this opportunity. Thank you for your time.
Thanks for letting me speak. Yes.
David Soto, Amy Soto, Yvonne Villegas, Isadora Gaines.
Good evening. My name is Yvonne Villegas. My daughter Isadora and I arrived at Eagle Arts Academy a month after Hurricane Maria devastated Puerto Rico. Motivated by the school's arts curriculum, Mr. Blunt, Diane, and his staff were working together that when our family arrived, we will have the accommodation necessary to begin to recover from the hurricane. He offered me a job, and I'm currently the preschool teacher. But the most important thing for me is that my daughter is happy. I hear that someone called Mr. Blunt a fool because of his help for Puerto Rican families. But as far as I know, the correct word for their action are humanity and kindness. Thank you.
So, my name is Isadora Hines, and as you can see, I am probably making this up as I go, so don't blame me for getting stuck on random words, but here I go. So, first of all, I'd like to say that this school is very special for lots of reasons. One of them is that they have different like subjects that can actually, not like normal schools that make you feel bored. In this school, I feel like I'm really learning. I'm really learning, and I love it. I love it. Sometimes I don't get A's, but I get B's. But I usually get good grades. I'm in 7th grade reading level, as far as I know. and basically, it would be a pain to shut down the school. So if you want to help children, if you want to make them feel good, please do not shut down the school. Do not shut down the special school. Do not shut down the amazing school. Thank you.
Danielle Santiago, Veronica Flores, Laura Gambarini, Amanda Takira.
Greetings and good evening, school board members. My name is Danielle Santiago, and I am a proud student of Eagle Arts Academy. I've lived in Florida and went to Eagle Arts Academy for about 7 months now. And in all that time, I've noticed that, like, here at Eagle Arts, they have a different way of learning. I went to public school in New York for basically my whole life. And I did technically fit into that cookie cutter area, but I was so bored with it. I felt like I wasn't an individual because now here in Florida, they don't see me as just some number on a spreadsheet. Here, they actually see me as Danielle Santiago, like the next big Broadway actor, the next big lawyer of Manhattan. I feel like I can go for any dream I want to go for. And, like, these teachers, they don't just care about being paid at the end of the week. And, like, I feel like I don't think you should, like, close the school because they're probably not trying to dig in our pockets so they can get the money to pay the rent. They're trying to actually, like, teach us and not try and, like, put a fishing line in our pocket and reel out the wallets. And they're like here, they're helping us to not just like have a shot at the FSA, but they're here to help us have a shot at life and just prepare us for the whole world, which is what which fits into the definition of education, because the dictionary definition of education is the act of imparting or acquiring general knowledge, developing the power of reasoning, judgment, and generally preparing oneself or others intellectually for mature life. And I can tell you, they are doing their job well. And I probably can speak for any other student that goes to Eagle Arts Academy, because like you could ask Mr. Bottom, he said that his Algebra 1 class now is doing marginally well than his Algebra 1 class last year, which already had a 100% passing rate. So yeah, they have great arts programs, so we're not just here being bored all day, cooped up in a classroom. And Miss Barron had this lovely Oregon Trail simulation to teach us about life in the 19th century. Very nice. So, in general, in Eagle Arts Academy, we improve every day. We're strong and brave. We persevere. That's our character trait of the month, by the way. So, in general, let us soar. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Amanda Teixeira, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. I just wanted to say how sad it is to know that Eagle Arts Academy might be shut down. At Eagle Arts Academy, teachers get to teach the students in a different way. The kids actually have fun. Last year I went to a school that was way different. The teachers weren't as nice and they didn't make you feel as comfortable. At Eagle Arts, students can move at their own pace. It's not like other schools where students are too shy to ask a question because everyone knows each other. At other schools, it's hard to find that comfort. Also, at most schools, there's no fun activities like school plays and all the enrichments that are offered to us. At Eagle Arts, the teachers make sure the plays are creative and fun. I am currently in 7th grade, and I really wish to go to Eagle Arts Academy for 8th grade because it is such a great school. Eagle Arts Academy has been able to become better and better each year. Please let this continue for myself, my classmates, and future kids. I live in Boynton Beach. There are many schools that I could go to that are closer to my house, and I have. However, none of them were as great and comforting as Eagle Arts, which is why, even though I live far away, I choose to attend Eagle Arts Academy. Another thing I love about this school is that the kids are given the opportunity to help with the plays and other activities. We are trusted to help in many ways. This gives us the skills needed so we can grow into strong and dependable adults. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Adriana Gadsden, Paul Barth. We have a blue card, and I'm not sure what the last name is, but it's a student name, I believe Cecilia, and Laura Gambarini.
I guess we're running out of people now. Good evening, board, commissioners, and superintendent. Superintendent coming on board. Thank you for having us here. I think it's a hard act to follow. You've heard from a lot of people. You've heard, by the way, my name is Paul Barth, Paul Barth. I'm a Boynton Beach resident. I'm a business owner. I'm a law enforcement officer and a professional pilot. I have a student that goes to Eagle Arts. He's been there for about a year. He came from another school that was a private school, and my story is very similar to everybody else. You've already heard how the students are excelling. Education is doing well over there, but it's down to finances. So what I ask you, board, is to help us, help Mr. Blunt, help the school, find a way to get the funding, to get the grants, and to get a better positive PR going on, because this is why the attendance is down. It's not because the students aren't learning. It's not because the teachers aren't doing their job, and the students love it there. But the attendance is down, I feel, because of some bad press. And if I would have listened to the bad press, I would have brought my son there. And if I didn't bring him there, he wouldn't be excelling right now. He wants to go to school like the rest of these kids, and he didn't want to before. So I ask you all, I'm a taxpayer, I'm a voter in this area. I ask you all to please sit down with that gentleman and try to renegotiate, help him renegotiate a lease that's going to work for him and work for all of us to keep this school open. Because I don't know what you're going to do with these kids and these teachers, because they're special, and I don't see any other special schools in the area that can accommodate what they have. Thank you. You're up. You ready?
Hi, I'm Cecilia Ishida Hafiz, and also a great student from Eagle Arts Academy. I heard some of you wanted to shut down my school, and that broke my heart. At my old school, we didn't have after-school activities. I switched schools because Eagle Arts Academy had more opportunities for me. I learned way more there. The teachers are so amazing. Eagle Arts Academy accepts you for who you are. We are eagles and we soar. Thank you.
Rafael Valdespero, Janine Rehanman,
Hi, I am Jasmine Rahman, a fellow student of Eagle Arts Academy. Just hear me out. Eagle Arts Academy helps me with academic and dreams and more. This school has helped me with expressing my dream, acting, dancing. My academic math level from a 75% average to a 95% average. Not only do I succeed, the school does too. We are a C average on our way to a B average. I wake up every day 5 o'clock in the morning. all the way from Boca Raton, and I have to say it is worth it. This school offers what most schools don't. My mom is a single mom and Eagle Arts Academy has helped her so much. It would be very hard to see the school close. At this school, I have a voice, and I hope you hear it.
Thank you very much. We had one speaker from the non-agenda that did not hear a name called, Elise Montgomery.
I'm going to turn your attention a little bit away from where you guys have just been for a little while and talk to you about mental health. My name is Elise Montgomery, and the governor recently allotted $69 million for the mental health portion of the Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School Public Safety Act. Here in Palm Beach County, we have 193,000 students and 12,800 teachers. Did you know that 6% of the population in Palm Beach County is severely mentally ill? That is over 32,000 children that are severely impacted by a mental disorder in Palm Beach County schools alone. That is over 32,000 opportunities to help a child in desperate need that has been overlooked, misdiagnosed, never diagnosed. We know the importance of our children. Stoneman Douglas students showed us what amazing children who are smart, educated, and loved can do for a community. We also saw what a mentally ill child left without parents can do to a community. We have to help these kids in our schools. I know we worry about FSA scores and classroom sizes, we all do. However, none of that really matters when our student population is being murdered by their own. In my son's high school, there's a guidance counselor for each grade and a college counselor. The new bill states more mental health professionals in each school. That's an ambiguous term. With over 32,000 severely mentally ill children in our schools, we need more psychologists. Please replace 3/4 of the guidance counselors with the more necessary psychologists. Just like our gun laws must change with the times, so must our school system. Currently, there is only one psychologist in the district to do all the testing, and that doesn't even allow the time necessary to help treat a student. Do you have any idea the average time it currently takes to get an assessment or an IEP plan? It took me over a year of begging, emailing, and advocating to have my child tested. Many of us don't have that kind of time. We work full-time and take care of our children. We're advocating, and that just becomes too much. Did you know the cost of a psychiatrist in Palm Beach County to see a child correctly diagnose and oversee behaviors is $350 per half hour, and they need to be seen every 3 months to be on top of their medication? Many people just do not have those funds to maintain. We as a community need to take care of this population. These are not people asking for a handout. They are not trying to hustle money for food stamps. Their problems are far bigger. We have the rest of the nation looking at us right now. Let us rise to the occasion and become the county which everyone else follows. Let our district be the district to demand and be better. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Joe Asen, Jan Robertson, Greg Blount.
Good evening, Board. My name is Joe Asen. I work for a company out of Temecula, California called Charter School Management Corporation, also known as CSMC. We provide back office services and financial decisions and accounting, budget, payroll, and those types of things to independent charter schools. We don't work with large CMOs or EMOs like your Academicas or your Charter Schools USA. We usually get called upon by independent schools similar to Eagle Arts Academy. They contacted us back in 2016, and yes, they were in a lot of trouble. One of the first things we had to do was sit in front of the audit committee and answer questions about a 70-page audit that was going on. We provided all the transparent information, bank reconciliations, everything required. It was a full audit that was going on. And this was investigating the ills of the former charter school management company by the name of iSchools out of Miami. We still have litigation against this school. We're still correcting the ills of this school. This is really not a finance issue. I would like to propose this is an enrollment issue. We were able to demonstrate and pay the landlord $93,000 every month, over $1 million in FY17, not missing a single payment. One of the things when we had to try to renegotiate with the landlord, we had to make the landlord understand that when you're doing business with charter schools, they look at it as a transaction. They're looking at it to get a return on investors. It's just a business decision is what a lot of people say. What I say to them is, this is not just a business decision. You are a partner, and you're either a partner with us or you're a partner against us. So when we sit and we meet with the landlord, we have to explain to them there's a 25-year lease on this property. You're going to see your tenant, which is Eagle Arts Academy, going in front of the school board at least 5 times. There are a lot of things that can happen over 25 years that can impact enrollment at schools. We try to make them aware of that, and we try to fight for them. And that's what we do, and we partner with them. We can make this $500,000 debt go away. We partner with Capital Asset Management Company. Be happy to meet with the board, and I really appreciate you inviting us to do so and look forward to that. And I know it's not what you want to do is shut down this school, and with all the people tonight, we should have a pretty good increase in enrollment coming forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Robertson.
My name is Dr. Jan Robertson. I am the Dean of Lynn Conservatory of Music at Lynn University. I'm a board member and a very proud board member of Eagle Arts Academy. I've been in higher education for 50 years. Before coming to Florida, I was head of the School of Music at UCLA for 12 years. Eagle Arts Academy is a gem, plain and simple. The vision of Mr. Blunt and those who work with him have created something really, really special, as you've heard tonight. I venture to say that there are very few institutions could come here or have teachers and students come and speak about the institution that they are a part of the way these people have done. And believe me, we don't have enough money to have paid them to do it. This is from the heart. Mr. Blunt is a gentleman of impeccable integrity. Working with him has been inspirational for his vision and what he has done and is doing for this thing we call education, where we more than teach young people, we ought to inspire them and mentor them. And this is what is going on at Eagle Arts Academy. There are financial problems that have, and it's somewhat complicated in that we've had unbelievably terrible press. I don't really quite understand why this is the case. Mr. Blunt has been absolutely forthcoming to all of us as board members what the issues are. And I would say to those of you here who have the responsibility and the power to shut down Eagle Arts Academy, that it be the reverse, that you do everything in your power to see that this institution goes forward. It should not be penalized. It should be rather exalted and be proud to have it go forward. And whatever energies you can use and expertise and care to make this happen, I beseech you to do so on behalf of the school.
Dear board members, Dr. Villosa, Dr. Fenoy, there's a lot of things that have been said about me, but I want you to know two things. I'm a man of great faith. I serve God and his children. I'm also an Eagle Scout, and I live my day on that oath. On my honor, I will do my best. 7 years ago, when I created this venture, it all started because my daughter struggled in a public school system. She is a creative visual learner. She's somebody who truly was bored and disengaged. So I took a class here at the school district, a free class that the charter school charter school department offered, and learned what is a charter school, because I had no idea. So I took this class, and we looked at the 19 different sections that you had to write, and I went on to decide, am I going to really do this? This is a lot of undertaking. And at that point, I needed to raise a little bit of money because lawyers don't come free, educational consultants don't come free. So I put up my own money. I invested and got loans and put up my own money to start this school, $40,000. And I would do it again, because even though we opened up so quickly, and in hindsight, maybe we should have waited that extra year, the beautiful property in Wellington became available, and we had a chance to do something special. The first time around, we only scored a 15 out of 19, and as you know, you have to wait another year. The second time, I went out and took the first application, 100 pages. I visited 10 schools. I closed down 2 of my personal businesses, traveled around the state of Florida to handpick from each of them what is the best thing that I see from each of these schools, and I made a new charter application. The second application was over 400 pages. I might not have a degree in education, but if you ever read the book Outliners, I've spent more than 10,000 hours to do something as great as this. And this is a great vision that comes from God above, and it's for these children, these creative visual children who are so special and who need a place to call home. Now, I understand we have financial issues, and I thank Dr. Villosa and Jim Pegg that we harmoniously sit down. And I welcome Dr. Fenoy that we together find a solution. In closing, I will say this. I'm a producer. That's what I did for the last 30 years of my life. The one thing that you need to know, when it comes down to raising money, that is my specialty. And we will solve this problem. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That concludes our speakers. So at this time, we'll go to CS1, Dr. Villosa.
CS1, I recommend the board approve the 90-day termination notice with Eagle Arts Academy Incorporated.